Welcome to Shooter's World. This brief video presentation will help acquaint you with our facility's rules, policies, and procedures. First, let's go over the 4 basic rules of firearm safety. Number 1, treat all firearms as if they're loaded. Safety and diligence are the responsibilities of every shooter. The moment you stop paying attention is the moment an accident can and will happen. Number 2, never point a firearm at anything that you're not willing to shoot or destroy. Make sure the firearm is pointed in a safe direction at all times. Number 3, keep your trigger finger straight and off the trigger until your sights are on the target and you're ready to shoot. Firearms don't discharge by themselves. They discharge when someone pulls the trigger. So your trigger finger is your most important safety. And number 4, be sure of your target, what's in line with it, and beyond it. Even though your rounds are aimed at the target, they may still be traveling in an upward or downward direction, so always be aware of where your rounds can go once fired. The Shooter's World range facility is comprised of a 27-lane 25-yard range and a 7-lane 100-yard range. Our 25-yard range can accommodate up to and including a 500 Magnum or 50 caliber handgun and rifles up to a 30 caliber, including .308 and .30-30. Shotguns may also be used on these ranges with slugs, buckshot, and lead birdshot. Inform the range staff if you wish to shoot a shotgun so that we can place you on the appropriate lane. Our 100-yard range can accommodate a 50 caliber BMG and shotguns with slug rounds only. Handgun shooting is prohibited on the 100-yard range. The following firearms and ammunition are prohibited from Shooter's World range facility: black powder firearms, muzzle loaders, personally reloaded ammunition, armor-piercing ammunition, and tracer incendiary ammunition. If you wish to bring in Class 3 items, you must check in the items and matching tax stamps at the range counter prior to shooting. Any Class 3 item without the tax stamp will be removed from the store immediately. Shooter's World prohibits the following items on its range facility: food or other consumables, beverages of any type, tobacco products, e-cigarettes, and vaporizers. Minors under the age of 18 must be accompanied by a parent and/or legal guardian at all times while on the range. Range safety officers are present to ensure the safety of everyone on the range. Shooters must obey the range master and range safety officers at all times. Range staff has the right to inspect all firearms, ammunition, and equipment as they deem necessary. And the range master and range safety officers reserve the right to eject any patrons from the range found to be in violation of the rules or policies. Any customers ejected from the range are ineligible to receive a refund for range fees. If you have any questions that come up pertaining to the range itself or our policies and procedures, just ask a member of the range staff for clarification. Eye and ear protection is required at all times on the range. Our 25-yard range facility features a dedicated entrance and dedicated exit, each of which is set up with a 2-door airlock. Put on your eye and ear protection before entering the outer entrance door and remove it once you've completely exited through the exit airlock. You'll notice that the range flooring is color-coded. The darker flooring designates the common area in which shooters can place items such as range bags, gun cases, ammo boxes, and chairs. The lighter colored flooring at the back of the range is designated as a walkway only. No items may be stored in this area. All weapons are to be cased and uncased in the shooting stalls. Any weapon not in a case must be transported muzzle up with the magazine removed and the action open. Rental handguns should be in the same condition but carried in the supplied hand tote going on or coming off the range. While on the range, be aware of your surroundings at all times. If you witness an unsafe act, immediately contact the range safety officer on the range or with the call box on your lane. Wait for the range safety officer to assess the situation and follow their instructions. Once the range has been deemed safe, the range safety officer will call the range hot, at which time shooters may resume firing. If you drop anything forward of the firing line, do not try to retrieve it. Ask a range safety officer for assistance. If your party is occupying more than one lane and you wish to shoot another patron's gun, leave your weapon on the bench with the magazine removed and the action open before physically moving to another lane to shoot the weapon in that stall. Do not move firearms from one lane to another. Handoffs of loaded firearms are not permitted. When you're finished shooting, push your brass forward of the firing lane onto the concrete floor. You have the option to retrieve your own brass if it's located behind the bench, being careful not to disturb shooters around you. Brass that falls forward of the firing line is considered lost and cannot be recovered under any circumstances. Additionally, under no circumstances is brass to be placed into the garbage can. If you borrowed eye and/or ear protection from Shooter's World, please return them in the bins located next to the outer door of the exit airlock. Once you've exited the range, stop at the desk and notify a range staff member that you finished. Thank you for your time and attention, and as always, we thank you for choosing Shooter's World.